My name is Jeff Howe, and I am, above all else, a journalist. I'm a longtime contributing editor to Wired magazine, and I'm also an assistant professor of journalism at Northeastern University. If we talk about crowdsourcing in photography, this has been a wonderful development. I mean, this has meant that all sorts of people whose latent aesthetic brilliance, now has an outlet. This very same phenomenon means that thousands, I'm guessing perhaps hundreds of thousands of people who might have been able to count on contract work to support their photography. These are people who had a lot of these same talents, but they said, no, I'm going to become a professional photographer. They're not the amateur. They're not supported because they happen to work as a paralegal, or they are a college professor, or a plumber, who knows, and photographers on the side. No, these were the people who majored in photography. They set out to create careers in photography. Well, that is over for them. Okay, so it's just unfair to look at one side of the coin without looking at the other.
How have you seen the term change or be interpreted in different ways since you coined it?
Oh, it's wildly misused all the time. So it was almost immediately picked up by the marketing people, and so it is a word on a sort of a pitch sheet that marketing companies will send to their clients. Be like, we'll crowdsource it. I mean, I guess I don't see those pitch sheets. I don't know. This is what I'm told. I certainly see it misused in the press,
yeah.
And I certainly see it misused all the time on Twitter, but that's just it became a buzzword, and I'm not going to lie. I mean, I have profited both financially and professionally from the fact it became a buzzword. So it would be, disingenuous for me to say otherwise. But along with that means that people misuse it. Internet gave archivable form, like a semi-permanent form, to a lot of interactions that previously had been sort of like dark matter. Like you knew that people gathered in bars, in their homes, and had these discussions, or even gathered in conferences for like-minded people. And then the conference ended and everyone went away and there was no record of this, right? So as the internet becomes a place for people, communities of affinity to come together because of their like minds, because of their attraction to a subject, it gives, essentially it creates these new economies that we can, if not measure, at least witness. It's no longer dark matter. It basically shines a light on the dark matter, where things like reputation, things like karma, begin to actually count for something. Lots of people have lots of Twitter followers because they're really nice. Like it didn't used to be you got to the extent that Twitter followers are convertible to cold hard cash, and to some extent they are. Having a lot of followers is, it helps me here. I mean, people listen to what I say when I start talking about social media, because hey, look, he's got a lot of followers. So to the extent that these new metrics, these new media metrics, Facebook friends or Twitter followers or karma points, or the simple reputation you have on a New York Times or Washington Post, these have real value, and so economists or simply people who are interested in values of network are forced/able to actually look at this. It's not that the internet created all this stuff. It was always there, but the internet enabled it, and I think in very interesting ways enabled us to see it.